Again, Spit and Tax Upholstery, how y'all been? We're getting caught up, so we're gonna start doing our videos again. I'm doing a backrest for a Harley Davidson Road King, FLRH RC1. This is a police special, and we've already done the seat, as you can see, with some tooling on a piece of veg tan leather, kind of a two-tone, really cool rustic vintage on purpose. All of this, I love it. Needs a little bit more oil, but the black doesn't fit, and then we're going to do the backrest that goes in there to match. And this motorcycle, her name is Mary Jane, after my grandma, and it's my bike. So, okay, these come off real easy. Okay, on your trunk lid, okay, you can see there's two bolts. They pop right in there. And then there's a little, you know, they go in just like this. Simple to remove. I just wanted to show you that. 2, 4, 6 bolts. Standard Harley trunk lid, okay? So now we're gonna make this beautiful, dark saddle leather instead of this cheap, you know, from China. And you always try to remember, if you want to be a good upholsterer, you got to have the Green Mountain Grill. And that's not a sponsor, by the way. That's an awesome grill. Okay. So welcome to Spit and Tax again. Will you shut the door, please? It's hot here, so I got the little air conditioner going on over there. I hope you can hear me. So this is just a basic a reproduction. What I've been showing you in lots of ways how to just duplicate something else. Okay, I'm not going to keep these buttons. I don't like them. I'm going to make the pad that is on the back for the passenger a little bit heavier, and then I'm going to inlay these. If you come over here, I get these at the the leather store, and it's a Morgan silver dollar, and it's got the screw back. Okay. I'm going to mount those on the side there, on each side, and I think it's going to look really cool. You can play with these things. You can do anything you want with upholstery. Never limit yourself. Okay, and then like on the, this is an automotive, a piping welt cord. I'm going to use that over there, 16/32, and that's for, you know, it's for furniture. But I like that look. Do whatever you want. It's your baby. Okay. So we're going to make this meatier and beefier, and then I'm going to take the pleats out. You see how they pleated this? Pleat. Some people do it because they say it's the aesthetic that they like. Other people do it because they don't know how to make it smooth. I do. So I want mine all round and bulbous and full and meaty with no pleats. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to make this really thick. But on this application here, you can see there's no scrim. And you know me, I'm a scrim addict. I have to put scrim on everything because it looks better and it's beefier, it's meatier, it's just, you know. Anyway, so this is a basic teardown right now, and then we're going to come back to save time, so I'm not killing you. I'm trying to get better at these videos, and thank you for hanging with me, guys. You know, and I forget stuff sometimes, and I might say something wrong. It's going to happen. Try this. It ain't easy. But, so I've been trying to answer your questions. You're like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by this? Okay, we'll get it. We'll get it together, okay? So anyway, this is the leather that we're going to use. This is an outstanding piece of oil tanned leather. It's just, you know, it's firm, but it's really good for, I don't know it's a little stiffer than most upholstery leather. You know, you would think it's a 1 ounce, but it's actually a 2 ounce. And it's just beautiful. So, you know, from black to brown, that's what this, you know, and it's going to match the other seat. Because this, on my Harley seat, you saw it on the top, it was this. But on the sides, it was one of these other ones. I can't remember one. I think it's this one over here. It's a little darker. But I wanted that two-tone. I wanted that look. You know, that old, you know, I like the browns, and I don't like black leather. I hate black leather, you know. I mean, it depresses me. And you'll notice that I have none. hanging here. I mean, I'll do it for you, but it's like pulling teeth. Black leather is just, keep it. Anyway, brown. So all my riding leather, my chaps, everything, my coat, all my gear is brown, even my helmet. So let's start off here, and then I'm going to cut you loose. But basically, just remember, like I told you, you know, tear it down. Oh, and one more thing. Before you start, just get into the habit. Get into the habit always. Ooh, look, we got another boat job. Imagine that. Awesome. Okay. Okay. So, we're at photos. So, you want to get a general idea always. Always come to the front. Bam. Come down. Come to the side. Bam. And the other side. Bam. And the back. And the bottom. And flip that up to where you know a right and a left. And that's all I do on something like this. I got it photographed. Just in case I'm like, what the heck? What, you know? You never know. So that's the smart money. Always photograph. Always wear gloves or you'll get hands like these. Full of nicks and you cut the tips of your fingers or scratch them and you're doing tugging and pulling, it'll set you back. So this pad just floats on the bottom there. This is a Harley back, you know, for a touring bike. Honda, Yamaha, Valkyrie, all of them. They're all the same basically, and they all do it the same way. But it comes in, and you get your rusty dusty. Remember that? Forget which video it is, but that's the most loved and hated and coveted tool in the upholstery industry is the infamous staple puller. So you come across the back, you pull it apart, and this is just ABS plastic. You're not going to hurt nothing, don't worry about it. Try to keep your pattern as intact as you can, because all I'm going to do, see the inside? This is Dacron. I'm going to actually use a piece of foam covered in Dacron with a tear on it. I'll show you to where it's shaped. And it's just awesome. So your passenger is just like, oh yeah, this will beat you half to death after about 150, 200 miles. But yeah, see, that's factory. Do it yourself. This is junk. 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 Straight from Harley, junk. Yeah, so as you go, you'll pull them and with your dikes, come through and pull them off as you go, and then tear back into it so you don't rip, tear, or poke yourself. So we've photographed all this, and you know what it is. You know what you're doing. So don't get too carried away. But I recommend pulling every single staple. Don't just smash them down and walk on by them. Get rid of all of them and pull them from the fabric, of course. So you'll notice there's plastic on there too, because what does it do? It rains. You know, you have that. Okay, now you see here, you see our buttons right on the back. There's these little clips. You fold them forward. See, you push them together. So with your fingers, just real easy, push them together, and they pop out. And then the buttons pop out. See that? Easy peasy. We're not going to put the buttons back because I don't want them on there. I want it nice. I want it handsome, you know. I mean, I don't know. That's not my thing. Okay, so we got our buttons out. And this is just the sleeve on the end. This just folds over. But we'll get into that later. And just be mindful. Don't destroy your pattern. But get it all tore up or removed. Yeah, just walk yourself through it. And by the way, to buy this is, I think, the cheap, even like Amazon, $363. The different motorcycle stores, $450 to $485 just for this. And it's not even, I mean, does that look like real leather to you? It ain't. It never is. That's real leather. Okay. So, and this takes, I don't know, once I get this tore off of here, this is only the, you know, the staple parts. I don't know, once I tear it down, because I have to seam rip all of this apart, iron it out like I do on my ironing board. And I'm going to show you that again. These videos are for the do-it-yourselfer, okay? This is to save you thousands of dollars. And you can do this yourself, but you're going to need like a big heavy-duty sewing machine. You're going to need, you know, that's a Thor knockoff of a Juki, just a different brand because it has the raising foot from the top. And then you have your console, and then you have another Juki. Juki and is outstanding. And Konso, those are my favorite machines. And Brothers are good too if you can get an old East German one, a walking foot. Yeah, they're darn good machines. So anyway, here we go. Almost done. So this is a quick tear down. This is the first video. So you pull it off, pull it off, pull it off. So all the staples are loose. Then you come around and just kind of pull it off like an old dirty sock. See that? And she just comes right off. And that is going to be your pattern. So what we're going to do is we'll fold it inside out, okay? And we'll mark it. See that? We'll mark it. Even though it's ridiculously easy, you're going to want to, like, looking at your seat. Always remember, stage right, looking at a stage. Stage right, stage left. So this is stage right. This is stage left. So get into the habit of marking everything. Tip, gusset end, gusset out, things like that. Get into that habit because you'll get caught up and you will get lost. It happens to everyone. It is what it is. You got, I mean, I've had like 36 pieces out on the deck and just went, you know, I've been doing this forever and I've went, oh, God, what? You know, I had to go back and look at my phone a couple times. I don't care who you are. This will happen. So this will save your bacon. Mark your pieces. And you'll notice, again, see that plastic? They got that plastic. Because you're out, especially on the bike, you're out there and it's raining cats and dogs. You want this. But this real leather, you almost don't need this because you keep that sucker oiled up with that neat's foot right here. This is what I use. This is like religion to me. I ought to be getting paid for this kind of advertisement. But anyway, that's the stuff. I put it on my chaps. I put it on my boots. I'd put it in my hair, but I ain't got much. Okay, so, and then remember, steam all of this with the rusty, dusty steamer. Okay, steamer. Remember? Steamer. So you steam all this out, and then this is prepped. Remove all your staples, and you're ready to go. So we are going to enhance this with real foam instead of Dacron stuff from the factory, garbage. We're going to use real leather instead of pleather. Had a friend named Pleather. Very cool dude. Where am I at? Okay, so real leather. And I'm Colt from Spit and Tex Upholstery. Please like and subscribe to my channel. There's much more coming. We have much more time. We're caught up. And it's going to be a great summer. You know, God be praised. I'll see you around like a donut.